What's up, guys? So beginning of September here, we're going into Labor Day weekend. Some of you guys might be taking it off. I know I've got a subcontracted crew that I worked with today. They're taking it off. I'd like to work on Monday, but it is what it is. My message to you guys, have the right people around you. It's something you hear all the time. You hear this often. You know, you're the average of your closest 5 people, or the 5 people that you hang around the most. It's actually true. It's like actually super true. And if you're an employer, be slow to hire and fast to fire. When you know, you know. I heard Gary Vee say this once. He goes, hiring is guessing, firing is knowing. Earlier in my entrepreneurial career, a couple of years back, so not a ton of years back, maybe 5 years back, I had clearly the wrong people at the company, and I knew it, and I knew it enough to have fired one of them. And then, you know, the sob story, and oh, come on, Trav, you can't, you need to, you know, the whole thing. And anyway, I rehired this same individual. Worst mistake I ever did. Literally cost me 42 grand and some, and aggravation, and stolen equipment, and stolen, you know, poached employees. I mean, a lot of bad things occurred at that point, but I knew, but I went back on it. And so at the time, I didn't really evaluate my circle, because I wasn't really averaging up. I was averaging down. I was hiring for what I needed in the positions, but I wasn't hiring like everybody. I mean, sometimes it's difficult to get everybody better than you, but you want to hire people that are much more proficient at whatever tasks or whatever skills they have than you are. Like, that's the entire point. Like, I've got one friend group that I associate with. We've known each other now over a decade. And I always, when I'm with this friend group, always feel like I'm the less educated one in the room. Like everybody else is better read. Everybody else has like better ideas. Everybody else, you know, in my mind, is balling harder. And I love that, because I'm like, okay, good. Like I'm the slowest dog in this pack, which makes me run better. But it's so key, like, especially for you younger guys, where you go through high school, you got your buddies, you go into college, you go to college years, you go into career, and you hang out with the same people because you start going to bars and stuff like that. Maybe you introduce new people, but you got to be constantly sifting and filing through. Like, you've got to evaluate like everybody that's in your life, and you got to make cuts. Like, this is something I've done. Like, I keep my old friends, I do, but I don't spend as much time with them or invest as much time with them if it's clear that we're on different paths. Like, if we're not trying to do, you know, if somebody's not really trying to ball at this point in time, particularly men, like if they're not really trying to go somewhere, set themselves up, I'm sorry, we're losing the light here. You know, it's just like an automatic, like, no-go for me at this point in time. It's just like, hey, if you're not really trying to seriously be somewhere like way above average, like do something that, you know, is meaningful, no matter what it is that you're passionate about or what it is that you work on, whether it's a nonprofit, whether it's a for-profit, whether it's military, whether it's any of those things. But it's like, if you're not actively trying to advance in life as a man, I'm not hanging with you. Like, I'm gonna slow roll everybody until I'm sure that that's what the path that they're on. But I want just quick short message just to tell you guys, particularly you younger guys, you gotta sift through your people, even your own family members. Doesn't mean you have to disown them, doesn't mean you have to be mean to them, doesn't mean you have to disrespect them. It just means, like, you have so much time to invest in people, and ultimately you've got to put most of that investing in yourself. Like, you've got to be, as a dude, it's a lonely journey. Like, you know, Richard Cooper's got great lines out there where it's like women don't care about the journey or the struggle. Like, they hang out at the finish line and pick the winners. It's super true. Like, if you want to go anywhere in life, like, nobody cares about the struggle or the loneliness or, you know, the isolation that comes with you achieving whatever it is that you want to achieve. As a man, you're judged at the finish line. It's like, you know, maybe checkpoints. Maybe there isn't a finish line, you know, until the end. You know, maybe there's these checkpoints in life, but you're judged based on those checkpoints. Not how fast you're getting them, but just the fact that you're getting them, that you're setting your own checkpoints and that you're getting them. And who you have in your life is going to be key, because you've got people that are like, well, you know, let's just take it easy, you know, whatever. Like, they're constantly like always hitting the brakes on you. You got to cut, man. You got to make cuts. I think that's the one thing that if I could tell myself one thing, like at 18, It would be like, have your plan, of what you want to do, and stick to that. A lot of the stuff I have going on in my life, I wanted to do. The property we own and things, I wanted to buy this particular property. We did, just little things like that. And then I got major goals. I got some insane freaking goals that I'm starting to watch what's happening in our country unfold, and I'm like, yo, trying to figure out what my role is going to be in this. Where's my role in history and what's going on? But I'm more actively than ever sifting through who's coming in, particularly the inner circle, but all those circles that you've got, and who's going out or distancing myself from. Watch for that. I think it's super, super valuable for you to actively be managing that circle. Peace.